Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. For my returning viewers, welcome back. And for new viewers, welcome. I'm glad that you found me here on YouTube. Hopefully, if you enjoy the video, you will like and possibly subscribe. That way you will be notified when I upload new videos. Right, so today's video is a monthly reading. It's our general monthly reading for May 2018. For this reading, I'll be using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck, right, as the main spread. And then I'll pull two additional oracle cards from the Sacred Traveler deck by Denise, Linn, and the Soulful Woman Guidance card deck. And that one's by Shushann, Movessian, and Gemma Summers. Just a quick reminder, I will also be putting out a full moon reading coming up at the end of April for that full moon. It's a special spread that I do at each full moon, and then I do an additional video, which is a giveaway video, okay? So each full moon I offer a chance to win a one-question free tarot reading from me. All you have to do is watch the video, comment, like it. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe to the channel, and then you'll be entered into a drawing. So be looking out for those. And also, as I always say, these are general readings. Please keep that in mind. So the messages may or may not resonate with you. It's a good idea, besides watching your sun sign video, it's a good idea to watch both your moon and your rising sign. That way you can, you'll have a better overall view of what's coming up for you during that time period. If you would like a more personalized reading, you could the only way to really do that is to get a private reading from me. If you're interested, you could take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com. There you'll find pricing as well as information about the types of videos that I offer, the video readings, or you could email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. Okay, so I will stop for now, and I will see each of the signs in 1 second for your reading. Hi Capricorn, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your May 2018 reading. As you can see, I've already shuffled off camera and I've laid the spread just to try to save a little bit of time. So let's get started. Let's jump into your reading here. The center of your reading, you have the Six of Cups, crossed by Major Arcana number 19, Sun. At the foundation of your reading, you have Major Arcana number 12, the Hangman. In the recent past, you have Major Arcana number 2, the High Priestess. Crowning your reading, message from your higher self, you have Four of Cups. In the near future, you have the Eight of Cups. You in the reading appear as the Four of Wands. One of the other signs had that. I think it was either Gemini or Libra who had the Four of Wands in the same position. Surrounding you and your environment, you have the Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana number 10. Your hopes and fears, the Nine of Cups. And the outbound energy for the month of May as you head into June, the Ten of Pentacles. And the overall energy for the month of May is the King of Pentacles. Okay, and the two oracle cards from the Sacred Traveler deck, you have Mystic Healer. Healing energy flows through you. And from the Soulful Woman deck, you have card number 29, In the Flow. When I'm in the flow, magic happens. All right, so before I begin, let's just see. You have, out of the 10 card spread plus the additional card, right, in the bottom of the deck, you have 4 Major Arcana cards, 2 Pentacles, 4 Cups, and 1 Wands. So, more heavily weighted towards Cups, water energy, and Major Arcana, significant, divine intervention at play. So let's see how everything plays out for you in the reading here. So sitting at the center, the Six of Cups crossed by the Sun. Six of Cups is water energy, and it usually, the suit of water deals with our emotions, our feelings, our relationships. It also is our intuition, our psychic abilities. And the Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia. It's sort of looking back on the past, reminiscing on things, relationships, events, jobs, from the past. Can actually have to do with people from our past. It can be sort of exes returning as well. Can be, old friends, old childhood friends, old boyfriends, girlfriends. Could be the place where you used to live. Maybe you're visiting that place. Something to do with that place is significant during the month of May. But it is a card of nostalgia, and it's a card that, we do sort of run the risk of, when we, think back on, when we reflect on these past events, past relationships, we tend to do so with rose-tinted glasses. Things always sort of look better, looking back on them now than maybe what they actually were at the time. It's that type of energy. But it's, it is be looking back or feeling like a child again, having that childlike happiness again. And we also see the child. We have the child here. Let me show you. Which is, oh, sorry, that was glare. The woman looking back on herself as a child. So there's a child reference in this card. And then we also have, on the Sun card, the woman with her child here. So there could be, for some of you, children can be significant, something to do with your children, could be, sort of at the center or very prominent during the month of May for you. But with the Sun card, crossing the Six of Cups, the Sun card just really comes in and shine its light. It illuminates, right? It's probably the most positive card in the entire tarot deck. So, if there was something, it may be a bad memory from the past, or maybe you're looking back on it thinking that it was better than it actually was, the Sun comes in to really provide you with that, that illumination. It's going to enlighten you, right? And it also comes in, it has to do with good health. It has to do with, just feeling very happy, feeling very encouraged. It can be, like I said, enlightenment in the form of truth, finding out the truth. For some of you, there could be some truth related to the past, related to, somebody from your past, a past relationship, situation that you find out about. But it's a card in general of, good health, vitality, happiness, and all, and again, childhood. So childhood, children, something from your past childhood is sort of sitting at the center. We'll see how this plays in with the rest of the reading. The foundation, the Hangman. The Hangman usually speaks of, a delay. It could be a delay in something. It also has to do with, seeing things from a new perspective, needing to gain a new perspective on something. And so you see that he's hanging upside down here. Yes, he's tied in the tree, but it's only very loosely tied. He could quite easily sort of wiggle, get himself out of that, out of that position. And his eyes are only shut. There's nothing actually closing his eyes here. He has his eyes closed and his sort of arm across it. So if there's something that, he's not seeing, or he's, there's this delay, he's surrendering to this moment. Okay. He understands that in this, or in order for him to gain clarity or to have a new perspective, he has to sort of clear out, get rid of old ways of thinking, surrender to this moment. Maybe there has been a delay, but maybe this delay, it gave you the time that you needed to reflect on something, to gain a new perspective, in order to move forward. So this was a necessary, although it might have been difficult, or, you might not have wanted at first to have this, to sort of be suspended in this state of suspension or this delay. It was necessary, right? In the past position with the High Priestess, this is another card that it doesn't have to do with seeing things from a new perspective, but it deals with sort of finding out something possibly through, these non-traditional ways. So, for example, through our dreams, receiving messages at night while you're asleep in your dreams, or starting to really tune in to the messages you receive, right? Intuition, your psychic abilities. Pay attention to repeating numbers, those signs and synchronicities that the universe sends us. That at first might just seem like, oh, that's just a coincidence. No, these are messages. This is the universe trying to communicate with you. You might not get a direct message. It might be in the form of, for example, repeating numbers showing you that you're on the right track, or your spiritual, your guides are surrounding you. It's that type of thing. But it's really listening to your intuition. And this does sit in the past. So there could have been going back, to the beginning or at the beginning of May, or going back to the month of April. You could have been receiving messages in your dreams. You could have, been receiving these signs, synchronicities, really paying attention to those, and found out something, or something was clarified. You received some type of knowledge or wisdom through those messages that came in. And then where you are right now with the what's crowning you, the message from your higher self, is the Four of Cups. And, typically the Four of Cups is a card that speaks of sort of apathy, of boredom. You can see that on the card, the woman she's sort of staring into this one chalice here, right? Looking kind of bored, just, daydreaming, staring in the chalice. And she's not even paying attention to the three chalices behind her, right? So it does usually speak of boredom. There might be an area of your life, could be within a relationship, could be within the workplace, in your job. There's something that, that you might be feeling maybe indifferent about or slightly bored with. And again, it's a card that has to do with withdrawing during, introspection, kind of going within and, kind of figure out what is it about the situation that, that I'm bored with. What is it that, what is missing here? Right? Because the Four leads to the Five of Cups, which it's the cup is the card that speaks of, a lack or a feeling of loss. So what is it that seems to be missing? What is it that I'm bored with here? What is it, what area of your life is it that you're not emotionally fulfilled, whether you're not getting everything you need to out of that particular area of your life? And then you move to this transition card in the future position. The Eight of Cups is more water energy, but you can see that she's walking away from something that no longer serves her anymore. So the Eight of Cups, it's transitioning out of something into something new. So it's a card of change. Even though there's a sense of regret, a sense of sadness, you can see that here, all of the cups, you see the 8 cups, they've all spilled out. Some have spilled out on the land, some are overturned in the water. Whatever was in those cups, whatever at one point in time brought this person, joy, happiness, fulfillment, that's all gone, And so this person is now, she's turned her back. Yes, there's a certain sense of, of sadness at moving forward, right? Whenever we leave something behind and head into something new, where there's change, it can be, there is a certain sense of sadness surrounding that. But she also, she also understands that she needs to move forward in order for her to progress, to have spiritual growth, to find, something that's going to bring her whatever this emotional, fulfillment that is lacking. She's going, she can have that, but she first has to turn her back and move forward. Now, you in the reading appear as the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands, Wands energy deals with the day-to-day matters in life. So it's our it's our jobs, it's our home. Fours in the tarot are also, they speak of stability, and the Four of Wands, and in particular, it's stability in the form of, usually a home and family. So for some of you, it could be a definite focus right now. You're very focused on your family, and we did have again the children over here at the center of the reading. You're just very focused on your family, very focused on your home life, spending a lot of time with your family and around the home. For others, this could be, more of a focus on the home in the sense that it's springtime. You're doing lots of spring cleaning. You're repainting a home. You're doing the lawn outside. You're getting everything ready for summer. So it's that type of taking care of what's important to you, your home and your family. For others, the Four of Wands can speak of, it can be, a home move, moving to, and you have this walking away here that could be a home move. And you also have the Wheel of Fortune in your environment. So change of address, change of home, could be moving in with somebody else, because the Four of Wands also can speak of, milestones in a relationship. So, for example, if you're currently in a relationship, taking that relationship to the next level, moving in with the person, getting engaged, marriage. This is a card that's sort of it's the marriage card. It's the home, family, stability card. So for some of you, that could be marriage on the horizon. For others, this is just really, more to do with home and focusing your energies on the home and the family. And then, in your environment or surrounding you, or how others are viewing you, you have Wheel of Fortune, so change and significant change, right? With the Major Arcana, this is life-altering change. Things starting to turn in your favor. If things, or if you've been felt as though you've been on the downswing of the Wheel of Fortune, now things are changing. The sun is shining. Everything is starting to go your way. You're starting to see new opportunities, and lots of, very significant opportunities that you need to just, go ahead and grasp and move on. And this is also a very karmic card. The Wheel of Fortune can have to do with, it's very fated energy, so destiny and these new things that are coming in, whatever these new opportunities are, they're destined to come into your life. These are fated events, so significant opportunities, a significant chance for growth, spiritual growth, enlightenment. Obviously, the wheel, it can also have to do with, movement, like I said, so possibly change in address, change in home. But it's also forward movement, right? Change in direction, change for a movement. And we did have the transition cards, so movement there. So that could, for some of you, be, some type of change coming in or movement. In your hopes and fears, you have the Nine of Cups, which is the minor arcana version of the Star card. So it's the wish card, right? And you see that she's blowing the fluff off of the dandelion out into the universe. So the card that speaks of setting your intentions, also be careful what you wish for, because the universe is funny like that. It can come back and give you exactly what you wish for. So be careful with your intentions when you set them. But it's a very optimistic card. It's about having whatever your dream may be, and this is obviously going to be different for each of you watching, right? Each person has their own idea of a dream, or what they would, what they hope to achieve or attain. Whatever that dream means for you, could be a new home, could be a new job, could be, your family, could be having a child, getting married. It could be many different things. But this is, you're hoping that you have your dreams come true, that you reach your goals. And it's also about keeping a positive outlook, being very positive, being very confident that very soon your wishes will be granted. And then as you leave the month heading into June, you have this beautiful Ten of Pentacles card, and obviously, Capricorn, you are an earth sign, so you have earth energy as the outbound energy, and then the overall energy for the month, you have earth energy. So, very much you in your element here. The suit of earth, earth energy, pentacles, deals with the material things, the things that we can touch and feel here in the material realm. So it's our jobs, it's the money that that we're paid for the work that we do, and then it's, the material things, the material possessions that we can buy with the money that we earn, So it is our home, it's the, material success, it's very solid, earthy, grounded energy. And the Ten of Pentacles is, tens in the Tarot are endings. But in the case of the Ten of Pentacles, it's a card of sort of a culmination. You've worked long and hard to reach this Ten of Pentacles. It's money built up over time, money accrued over time. It's a card of great financial security. And you see, the woman has here. You can't, the glare's not going to allow you to see it. But in the background, there's a beautiful castle. So she has that home that, the home life she always wanted. She has, the beautiful lush garden behind her. There are the 10 pentacles and crystals, and she's looking very, very comfortable and satisfied with the life that she has built for herself. So it's, it's a really great card, very solid card, and it's a card of financial stability and security. So, and then with the King of Pentacles sitting over the entire month, this could be another person, right? An older Pentacles, or an older Earth sign individual who might be playing a significant role during the month of May. If so, it could be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. But, I really feel that this is just, it's the energy, it's the energy surrounding you. It's you taking on the energy of this King of Pentacles. And, he's very financially stable. He's successful. He's reliable. He's very trustworthy. He knows how to make money. He knows how to hold on to his money. He's good at, financial planning. He's good at planning for the future. And he's just, he's a very prosperous, a prosperous and knowledgeable figure. And he, I see that looking back over your cards, I mean, there are definitely messages coming through with regards to family, something possibly related to the past, could have even had something to do with a past way of thinking or feeling, something around the, towards the middle of the month that you might be feeling slightly bored with, but then there's a movement, from the midpoint of the month on, there's a definite shift, and there's a movement, and, wishes start coming true, and financial security and stability. So looks like a great month for you, Capricorn. Let's take a look at the oracle cards. I like to read the full meaning for the oracle cards from the guidebook. The Mystic Healer card says, let me find it here. Inner and outer healing on all levels is occurring in your life. A situation, relationship, or physical challenge is being resolved. Have faith that it's happening. This is the time to find the source of challenges. Transform inner grievances. Do it now. You no longer need to carry it with you. You are a healing force for others, even if you're not aware of it. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know. There are times when the traveler steps off the path to search for the Mystic Healer. The healer instructs that everything in nature has the intrinsic ability to restore itself, and reminds you that you also have this powerful ability within you. For healing to occur on the outside, it's essential for healing to occur on the inner planes. To do this, meditate by visualizing a beautiful, vital future for yourself, and trust that recovery is on the way. Past life issues may be emerging in order to be released. Mystic healers are working with you to resolve emotional and physical challenges. Be patient and have faith that beneath the surface all is well. And that's interesting because Six of Cups can also be past life connections, past life relationships even. And then with, the Sun card is this healing energy, this, beautiful, vital energy over it. There could be, for some of you, healing related to past relationships, even past life relationships. That's interesting. That ties in nicely with the reading. Let me take a look at the other card. So this is 29 in the flow. And it says, when I'm in the flow, doors open and lights change to green before me. When I'm in the flow, I relax and I'm guided in ways I hadn't thought of. Each step, each person, each connection is revealed to me. When I am in the flow, a cosmic yes mirrors the yes from within my heart, and magic happens. But if I find myself pushing for what I want, if I find I'm dissatisfied or frustrated, I may be out of flow. To rediscover my inner flow, I stop to notice any resistance I'm experiencing. Outer resistance may be universal feedback telling me no or not now. Or inner resistance may be my own deeper knowing, no, this isn't right. Then an opening can occur, a small crack in my thinking that reveals something new, and I get back in the flow, trusting that the flow is taking me where I need to go. That's really interesting. I think both of the oracle cards tie in with the reading, because this is all about feeling frustrated, and then and that's true. Many times when we might think that this is the next, this is the right next step for me, or this is the right next job. The universe knows best, and many times we receive no's. If we didn't get that job, there's a reason for it, or if whatever relationship didn't work out, there's a reason for it. So interesting messages coming through. Overall looks like it's going to be a great month for you, Capricorn. So I do hope that the messages have helped you in some way. I thank you for joining me here today. Look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you all much peace, love, and light for a wonderful May. Bye for now.